Hi guys, with the current COVID-19 crisis that we're all working our way through, what I thought I would do is interview a few people, put them up onto the YouTube channel, and just as an introduction and a way of staying connected. If you know somebody who might be interested in having a chat, please let me know. Just flick me a message. Anyway, here's the first one, and I'm sure they will improve as I get better at my interview techniques. Today we are talking to Mr. Warren Irvine, who has been in the business for a long time. So, first of all, Woz, I know you prefer Woz than anything else. Thanks for agreeing to do this today. Much appreciated. I know you and I have spent many hours working together over the last probably 20 years, I would say.
Yep.
So, what we want to know is how long have you been working in the allied health industry as a massage therapist?
I probably started around 98 with a good friend of ours that you know well, Jeff Murray.
Yes, Mr. Murray.
After I busted my knee playing soccer, Jeff was our sports trainer, come physio, come strapper, and he suggested that I was at an age where I should give up soccer. I was only a sprightly 34-year-old. And I said I didn't want to give up because I enjoyed being with the guys in the dressing shed. And he said, well, I'll teach you everything you need to know and you can take over from me. And that's where it started. And I just enjoyed what I was doing. I used to go down Jeff's clinic and stand and watch and listen and learn. And then eventually around 2000, he told me it was time to get some qualifications. So I went and did a course, got my qualifications, and been doing it ever since. I just like the idea of being able to help people.
So the reason you actually got into it was because you enjoyed being still involved with the team, but just at in a different capacity.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though your initial training way back when you started was adequate to go out and start working on people?
No. I think they could have gone a lot more deeper into origin insertion and action of muscles.
So, without naming names, did you study at TAFE or through a private RTO?
Real private. Private one on the Central Coast.
Without naming names.
I didn't name anybody.
No, I know, yes. Back in the late 90s, there were 3 or 4 private RTOs practicing on the Central Coast. Yeah, cool. How would you describe your style of soft tissue therapy?
In what way?
Well, there are many types of massage, relaxation, kahuna massage, remedial massage.
I don't do relaxation massages. Everybody that comes to me has a problem that they won't fix. They've ever been to several other options and haven't got the results, and they've been referred to me by other people. I don't advertise these days. I haven't done advertising in ages. So 90% of my clientele is referral based until I moved out to Fletcher, and then I just opened my clinic up again or start all over again. And I just advertised the last 2 years in the Facebook groups that are out where I'm living, and slowly it started to pick up the referral base again, and a lot of people now are being referred to me again, except for this COVID-19, which is put a stop to everything.
Yes, we're all in that same boat, aren't we? So when you relocated, that was about 12 months ago from memory?
July 18.
Okay, that long ago. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a coffee.
Yeah.
How did you find your clients travel that extra, 10 Ks, 12 Ks from one premise to the other?
By the end of, being in Lambton, I'd sort of lost a lot of interest, so I didn't push the business that much. I had enough to keep me going and keep me happy with what I was doing. I did lose a few clients that didn't want to travel. One person thought 10 minutes extra was too long. But I've more than made up for it down here. In the first 12 months, I had over 100 new people come and see me at the new address.
And that was just through marketing on Facebook and just your existing clients who followed you out there as well?
Yeah, I've had quite a few of the clients that come out. I've had a couple drop off the last 12 months, but as I said, I've more than picked that up down here now.
So I do know the answer to this question, but others don't. Do you work in a clinic separate from your home, or do you work out of your home?
I work out of my home. My clinic is just inside the front door. That was one of the criteria when we looked at moving. I had to have somewhere to work where people didn't walk through the house.
Yeah, because I know before you relocated, your clinic was still based at your home premises, but it was a totally separate building to your house with a separate entry. Yeah. Do you find that now having people actually entering through your front door is any different to what you were experiencing when you were at the previous place?
No, I just haven't got as far to walk to open the door.
Fair enough. So tell me, what gives you the greatest joy, the greatest pleasure out of doing what you do?
Having somebody walk in with pain, be able to work on them with your hands and your knowledge, and have them walk out of pain. It's a great feeling to be able to help people. And as I said, some people come to us where after they've been everywhere because somebody said, go see Laurie, go see Warren, go see Lisa, go see whoever. Yeah. And some of them are desperate. They just want you to help. And when you can, it gives you a big buzz. And it doesn't give you a big head, and then a lot of those people, I don't know, I look at some of my clients as friends, not as clients.
Okay.
I got one 80-year-old lady that's been seeing me for 18 years. So.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you find the most frustrating?
People don't give us the opportunity to fix them. At times, they'll go elsewhere, like a physio, and you've been working on these people 2 or 3 weeks, and then somebody gets in your ear and go, "Oh, you should go and see a physio." And then they ring you up and say, "Oh, I've been seeing a physio for 4 weeks, but it's not working. Can I come back and see you?" So then you've got to start all over again. People, I don't think people tend to go to physios and chiros and osteos first before they come to us. And doctors don't normally say, "Oh, go see Laurie, he's a massage therapist, he's really good." They'll say, "Go see the physio."
Yeah. And
we're still behind the 8 ball because we're not one body. Yeah. We need everybody to work together, and that's quite evident with COVID-19. People in different professional bodies are getting differing answers on what we should be doing. So, yeah.
It makes it hard to come to one conclusion when, as you said, physios have one association, chiros, osteos, everybody has an association, and yes, we have that ongoing problem. And I have my own thoughts on that, but I won't start because you won't shut me up.
You can do it at the end of me.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Stay tuned for part B. So you mentioned physios and chiros there, and when do you, as a health professional, decide this person's condition or the issues this person is having is above my pay rate? When do you decide to refer on, and who do you refer on to?
Some people you know as soon as you ask them what's wrong by what they're telling you.
Yep.
That you go, yeah, I can help you, but I can't fix you. You're going to have to go to this person. I can relieve a bit of the muscle spasm, you know, like bulging disc issues.
Yeah.
You know, there's a multiple of red flags there for us that we know, and you can ease the muscle tension, but there's a fine line between easing it too much and then they can't stand back up again because you've loosened all their support. But I've got a really good physio I refer to over at Lambton because he works exactly the same as us. He hasn't got a lot of machines, he doesn't put you on ice, he doesn't put you on heat packs, you just get it in and works you. So I refer people to him. And ultimately he refers people back to me when he's got them where they should be and they just need the muscle work there.
Yeah. So can I read into the way you frame that your red flags are popping up because you're doing orthopedic assessments, biomechanical assessments, and also listening to what these people are telling you, rather than just trying to slot them into a box because they've got this problem with their shoulder, it's this issue, this is what we treat them for? Would that be a fair comment?
Yeah, I know. Most of the time you got a fair idea after 20 years doing this, that when they start talking to you, you go, in the back of your mind, you're saying, oh yeah, I've got to check this, I'll have to check that. I'm sure this person's I'm gonna have to refer them, and then you do your checks, and ultimately your checks will tell you right or wrong what your first thought was, and most of the time you're right.
Yeah. And
you just send them off because we work under don't do harm.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's beyond your scope. Don't try and do it. Just refer them off. People will think better of you for you to turn around saying, oh, look, this is beyond me, or I don't know what's wrong with you, I'm going to refer you off. People will think more of you for doing that.
Absolutely.
Than trying to have a go at them and make them sore.
Yeah. I had an incident in the clinic here last week with a gentleman, and it wasn't muscular. And again, referred him off to the physio, and because he had no preference. My go-to is always, do you have a physio, chiro or osteo that you usually see? And they'll tell you if they do, and if they don't have anyone, they'll usually tell you who they don't want to see. You know, oh, I don't want to see a so-and-so because my partner had a bad experience or whatever it might be. He actually rang me the following day to say he sent him off to his GP for potential cellulitis. So, yeah. And then he got a bit upset with me because I wouldn't take any money off him. He's only in here for 10 minutes. And, you know, doing the assessments, the red flags are popping up. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that we do. Now, like all allied health professionals, we have to maintain a certain level of continuing education units throughout the year. How do you normally get yours? Do you prefer face-to-face? Do you do online? What is your preferred CPE approach?
I prefer face-to-face courses. Some courses I prefer to do because there's a lot in them, and it doesn't matter how often you do them. On SEN is one that you could do them 6 times and you're going to learn something new each time you go back. Yeah. I did a dry noodling course. 60% of that course was computer based at home, and another 20% 20 or 40% was down doing practical, and I've just done an advanced myofascial technique face to face with Till, I think it's Till Licow he's from Canada originally, but his background is in Rolfing.
Yep.
I did that through the, I can't think of the name of the place, Terra Rossa, something like that.
Oh yeah, down in Sydney.
In Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Woz, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today, seeing as though, like me, all your patients have been canned.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate your time, and I appreciate your input.
And in the words of the famous actor, we will be back.
Yes, watch this space, we will be back. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you, Warren. Stay safe, everybody. See you on the other side.